viral.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Hey, don't be listen. Don't be saying that doctors. Don't be saying that doctor
Look,
stuff
until
if it
she
ain't verified, because
listen,
people
they was
got
eating
on me in
her
the
up.
comments.
Really? That's
Yeah,
okay.
they tell me I act like I wanted to sleep with her. They tell me I ain't go hard enough on her on the last Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people was cussing me out, man.
Because you didn't go.
Um,
Because a lot of you guys are He-Man women haters. That's why.
but so not doctor. It is allegedly.
Allegedly.
So we just gonna say life coach. So life coach Cheyenne Bryant is under fire for her clapback of being a fake unlicensed doctor. So when all this whole narrative was going on, she started clapping back at some people. So somebody was like, "Hey, you're unlicensed, and they said you're unlicensed and something else,
Mm.
uneducated and unlicensed." Yes, and she clapped back and said, um, "I quote, I'm sought out. Hold on.
I'm the most.
I'm the most sought out I'm the most sought out psychology expert, life coach in the world. I don't need a license for that, sweetie." Um, then that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because now she's like putting herself on this pedestal, and like you said, that loose expert word is like you know, I can say I'm an expert at podcasting, but like
Mm-hmm.
who can confirm or deny that because I
Exactly.
just have a podcast?
Mm-hmm. You just
So,
have to be empowered to be an expert.
and you just have to be able to articulate that you're an expert,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. So a lot of people on Threads were running like a campaign teaming up to report her to the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, for using the term doctor and for leading on a lot of people for leading on people for them believing that she may have been licensed, or she may have been a therapist, or it's a lot of stuff that goes on and that's controversial about her. But at the end of the day, I think the only part that rubbed me the wrong way personally is the narrative of being a doctor, because if you are a doctor, that is different. And doctor, we're not even talking medical doctor. We're talking PhD. We're talking you actually have a dissertation. And there was a lot of people saying they couldn't find her dissertation. So your dissertations, you can look them up on the Library of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
They can't find them.
Well, and this is what I think. Um, these type of things really disparaging black people, looking up their credentials. I understand that it could be doing a lot of harm, right? Like if you're unlicensed, I can't find your dissertation. You're lying then.
Yes,
If about being a doctor.
lying to black consumers.
To be fair, black people use the term doctor loosely. Dr. Dre,
Well, see, I don't like that.
Doctor.
I don't like that example. You got to give me a better one.
I use the DJ example. DJ Academics is not a DJ.
But
You can be
I
DJ.
don't like that either
DJ
because
Envy, I don't think is a DJ either.
yeah, DJ
Is
Envy,
he
DJ,
Envy?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that because for one, DJ and doctor, one has extreme consequences and the other one don't. So I think that is I don't like that example. I
Mhm.
obviously don't like the Dr. Dre example because that's like Dr. Pepper. It don't got nothing to do with
Loose.
it don't
Who
have
drinks
nothing to
Dr.
do
Pepper?
with somebody um you know booking a therapy session or a psychological evaluation with this woman for
Yeah.
$300 because they think she's
She's
this
the actual doctor.
actual doctor or actual expert or whatever. So you gonna have to come with some better. You got to come.
I feel
I'm
like
not
so
convinced from
okay,
them
so
examples.
I think that when you are a media presence and you have these tags, that's what I look at them as. I look at them as tags. Where Coach Cheyenne Bryant gets where it gets dangerous is it's not just a tag when you are taking clients.
Yeah.
So I think that okay, if she was so this is my thing. If she was not taking clients, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is fine
But what if she
because
don't?
it's a
If you can't
tag.
find her dissertation,
If she's not taking clients, her
even
using the tag is okay
no, it's
because she's her
not.
tag
I think that's
is
the issue. The tag.
because okay, so let's say she doesn't get her PhD. That's what makes you a doctor, right?
Right, that and a medical doctor, but we're not
That's
talking
what I was
about
gonna
medical
say.
doctor, right?
Um, let's say she got something different that's like a notch down. Let's say she got her master's degree, which people were saying they couldn't find that either.
Yeah, I don't. But in a master's,
master's program,
you don't write a dissertation, but you write a
no,
thesis, right?
you can.
A lot of master's program write theses.
You can.
Yeah.
You have that option, but it's not mandatory for all programs.
Yeah, it's not. It's not mandatory for all programs.
So you might have a master's. So because you have that master's and because you have studied in this field, you still know a significant amount about this field. And say you're not taking clients, you want to disseminate the information.
Sure.
I think the tag doctor is okay if you just wanted to have that as a tag for your media
Even
presence.
if you don't have a PhD from a credible university or college, and none of the things that give you the prerequisite to even sit for a PhD, like a dissertation, can be found on the Library of Congress. That's my issue. My issue is we can't find none of your information. Now, the school that she allegedly went out of business.
Yeah, which is also a bad sign.
Which is also a bad sign, but that's not the end of the world. I still should be able to find yours. Like, I'm from the hood. Every single school I went to is shut down now.
Really?
Yes, every single school I went to is shut down. My
From elementary school,
middle school, and high school is shut down because I'm from the trenches. So I really grew up in the hood, and a lot of those schools just didn't make it because of whatever reasons. If you couldn't find my transcripts, like when I went to college, I still needed to get my transcripts. Mm-hmm. So I still had to figure out a way to get my transcripts and do all of this. Like, there's ways around a school shutting down. So I'm not buying that narrative that, we can't find it, because she can literally post it on her website for people to download. If she had a dissertation, why wouldn't you post it? People are saying she got kicked out of the PhD program allegedly for plagiarism. This is alleged. I don't know.
That sounds like a story.
But
because how would anybody know that?
I mean, it's people who went to school with her.
Yeah, but getting kicked out is one thing.
It's people who had to kick her out.
You couldn't beat me. Okay, there is people who had to.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you couldn't beat that information out of me that I got kicked out for plagiarism. You couldn't beat that information out of me.
Yeah, that's a big deal in academia. Like,
yes,
plagiarism.
Exactly why you could not beat that information out of me.
I know, but
so unless the professors and the board, because when there's a plagiarism situation, there's a whole board that has to examine, like, hey, we noticed these things. Yeah. There's the ethics committee, the HR. Everybody has to come in and say, hey, this is someone else's work.
But like, I hate when somebody get famous or somebody get well known or somebody does something that gets them on the tabloids or on TV, and somebody else come with a story and be like, I've been knowing that person since this. People always say that's cap, or people always think it's some type of conspiracy. But I'm a person who I'm a celebrity to a lot of people in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So people in my neighborhood got stories of me talking to girls. People in my neighborhood got stories of, I used to date him.
Don't get wrapped up.
I used to do this, or he ain't really got no money, or he used to share shoes with his brother, or, you know what I'm saying? People got stories about me that would be legitimate and correct if it came out. But I got fans that would never believe, like, man, you wasn't with him shooting dice, or you wasn't with him. Like,
see, here's the thing. The depending on the level is what of disparagement, because nobody can say like, I seen James kicking puppies. I was like, well, if I don't have evidence, then I'm not going to believe that, because the accusation is so heavy.
Yeah, but I don't think the accusation of
plagiarism.
No, I don't think that's. I don't think that's too heavy.
No,
I don't think that's
huge.
too heavy.
That's
the
huge.
reason I don't think it's too heavy is because If I was somebody who spent my entire time in school working on a thesis, and if anybody ever questioned my credibility,
Yeah.
that'd be the first thing I print my thesis out, all my research, and
Oh, you're saying she's being too quiet.
if
You-
somebody was questioning your credibility,
Yeah.
why wouldn't that be on your website as a quote unquote PhD or a doctor? Like when people tried to call Dr. Umar out, unfortunately you can Google him.
You can.
Unfortunately, you can verify that he went to school.
Literally.
Unfortunately, for all the Umar haters
Yeah.
that wanted him to not be a
Yeah.
doctor so bad, he's actually a PhD. Like he got his
Yeah. I think he has
PhD or he got his. And I seen somebody like say something about Eric Thomas. I'm like, he got his. He literally documented going to Michigan State, getting his PhD in education. So y'all are like, I
Yeah.
don't like the narrative that just because she's a black woman, people can't check her and check them credentials. But I do understand that it's harder for black professionals. We don't have the credibility that other people have because our people and everybody else call us a DEI hire
Yeah.
and this and that.
And it's always let's look at let's look
check
into
her
your past.
twice, yeah.
Yes, let's look at you twice. And that's my critique. My critique is really, why are people who are not her clients? Now, it'd be one thing if they were her clients and they're like, hey, I went to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I thought she was a real doctor, and I almost drove myself off a cliff. That's different. The idea that these people are now participating in the anti-blackness that this culture has kind of like, I don't know, perpetuated. Black women are now using the master's tools to check twice and undermine
Okay, let me
and
ask you this
degrade
question.
this person. Unfortunately, they could be right.
But that's all I'm saying. So let me ask you this question. So we seen the viral clip of the dude, the veneer specialist, right?
Oh gosh.
This guy been doing veneers on people and making millions of dollars doing fake veneers. I don't have to be a client of his to report him. He's doing bad work. He's a dentist. Alleged he's providing dental services. He's harming people. As a person who respects the community and respects the people that are in my community, I don't want them to get ripped off. So if I report him or if I report a Cheyenne Bryant because I feel like she's providing or misleading tactics to people and she's getting all the customers, and then what if I don't have to be a client? What if I'm a life coach that happens to be licensed? What if I'm a licensed therapist that can't pay her bills because ain't nobody coming to me?
Because everybody's going to
And everybody going
the highly sought out.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think people are hating because they reporting her and saying, hey, check her credentials because she's going around claiming to be a doctor. We can't find her stuff on the Library of Congress.
But think about that. Why are you looking? That's the thing.
But you should look.
Do
though.
you know how long
look.
it took before people realized that Dr. Phil wasn't no real doctor? He was out.
I thought Dr. Phil. I thought he was a real doctor. Is
See,
he
that's
not?
what I'm saying.
I never thought
It's
about
a
it.
tag. Hold on, let's double check.
No, he got to have something.
He has something, but I don't think it's a PhD. I think he has.
Is Dr.
something.
Phil a real doctor? Yes, he holds a PhD in clinical psychology. He wouldn't be on Oprah without being a doctor.
A real psychologist?
Yeah, he has a PhD in clinical psychology.
Okay, but he's not licensed.
Okay, but he still has a PhD.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I misspoke. People found out that he wasn't
Well,
licensed.
it's like just like you can be a lawyer and not an attorney.
Yeah.
So you can be a lawyer and you're on TV talking about the law, but you're not licensed to practice law. That's fine. Because you can just literally go get licensed and now you're being an attorney. But if I'm going online talking as if I'm a lawyer and I went to law school and I know the legal landscape and I don't even have the JD to stand behind it. Let's get past the license and the bar exam. I didn't even pass. I didn't even go to school and I'm saying I'm a lawyer. That is an issue.
This is a different level. But what I am saying is people were taking his advice while he was unlicensed. And I like, at least on TV that we saw, that people were taking his advice. He was looked at as somebody who, you can take this information and you can use
It
this, even though
says
he's
it says he
unlicensed
was licensed.
or not a license. He's
He's
not
a
a licensed
licensed psychologist
psychologist.
in Texas from 1979 until he retired his license in 2006. So his television shows function as entertainment, not licensed therapy or medical care.
Hmm.
Um, he's not a psychiatrist or a medical doctor and cannot prescribe medication. But again, my issue with her is she said that I remove, like, she's communicating as if she had all the credentials and she's just not using them to be a life coach. That is different than somebody portraying to be a doctor and a licensed professional, but you're not
I don't
that
disagree
at
with
all.
you. I don't disagree with you. What I wanted to highlight with using the Dr. Phil is nobody was looking for his credentials or his
They just
license.
gave him that benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
and
You saying?
I think the idea that Cheyenne Bryant, because I can't call it out, but I think the idea that Coach Bryant came on the scene and immediately people are like, "Oh, where'd you go to school?
I don't think it was
Where did
immediate
you?
though.
Where did you? It wasn't immediate, but it
It's
was
just really
when she got
start.
more visibility.
Yeah,
It's when she got more visibility, and people said that she was unlicensed. I feel like after she announced that she was unlicensed is when you see
yeah.
the huge like research into her past and things like that. Now, if she's lying about going to school, she's
I
dead
think.
wrong.
I mean, how can you do a
Dead wrong.
PhD? This is what I be trying. I don't understand how you can do a PhD and not have it on your website or your dissertation or your specialty. Like, that's how you get a specialty. Like Umar, his stuff was about race and black boys and all of this stuff, which is what he talks about.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you like him or not, he has the credentials.
Right.
Because if we're really being honest, Umar is just entertainment. All he do is podcast and do interviews and
Omar is
stuff.
entertaining.
I know, but he's entertainment. He's not. He's not.
Doing the work though. He's a practitioner. Umar is one of the very seldom that I see that is also a practitioner and a theorist. He's not just going to give you his information. He's not just going to disseminate. He's not like a preacher who's just getting up there and talking about how you got to do better and we got to make it and got. No, he's going to facilitate the better. He's going to, like, Umar's the type of person to say, I'm going to get you the education so that you can get the job. And if we can't get the job, we're going to make our own job. Like, he's one of those people who can do both.
I just don't like the fact that she's running around with doctor on her, and now I need to see a dissertation. I need to see a dissertation.
I just don't like the fact that black women are participating in this type of, like, and that's not to say that there doesn't need to be a conversation. What does it look like to hold for black people, specifically black women, to hold other black women accountable without using the tools and the tactics of the people who seek to
But I don't think
discredit
there's
them?
no other way. I don't think it's like, okay.
Is there not another way?
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, like, I just got invited to speak on a panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody walks up to the panel and say, "Who is this guy? What is this guy talking about?" I don't take offense if they be like, "You're up here talking about media, bro. Like, what credibility do you have?" Oh, here's my media company. Okay, then they ask me, "So when did you start in media?" Oh, I didn't just start this. I was actually a reporter. In college, I reported on hockey, I reported on football, I reported on basketball, and I reported on business. This is documented. I'm in my school newspaper. This is documented. This is not like speculation. So there are people who are going to check your credentials, and I think that's okay. The issue I have with her is shut people up. If you did your dissertation, why would you spend half of your life in college? And now, when people question you, you don't want to flex on them. And like, you supposed to wear that with a badge of honor. You supposed to publish that. She writing books. How you writing books? You not even citing yourself? When you speak, you supposed to cite yourself. Oh yeah, we did this research in 2012 on XYZ. That's what the part I'm like, I don't think she really got a
Yeah,
PhD and have a
that's
dissertation.
not cool. That like that making money off of people are in a really bad way, especially now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I understand that's not cool. But this is also giving me like, remember when Trump was like, "Oh, I want to see your birth certificate." Like it's that type of thing. That type, "Oh, you're not American. Let me see show me your papers." It's the idea that I am allowed to publicly degrade and demean all that you have worked for. And I just think there's a different way to do that. We don't have to do it the Trump way.
Where your dissertation at? I just want to see it.
You want it.
I want to read
You
it.
said print
I
it
want to
out.
read the abstract, print it out. I'll pay for it.
No, I want to see the
I pay
abstract.
that 350. If she got a dissertation, I would pay that $350 just to get it and come on here and read it. I would do that.